What's up, guys? It's Blake with All Access Card Shop, and who am I with today?
Michael Wagner.
How'd you do today?
I pretty good. I got 4-1 at the Blue Eye Statue tournament and won the whole thing, so I finished 7-1.
All right, and what did you play today?
I played Pure Tier. I think Pure Tier over like other variants like Tier Sprite or whatever, it's like the engine is so broken that you don't need to throw in more gas with like higher variants because your engine's just like insane.
I feel that. All right. Any shout outs before we begin?
Obviously, shout out to All Access, best card shop, at least in the area. Shout out to Micah, who's big testing partner, especially for a tier. Shout out to Blake, Carson, Zach, Mar, everyone from the group chats and all that jazz. So, yeah.
Right on, baby. Let's get into it.
All right. So for the monsters, it's all pretty standard. 3 Sharon, 3 Havness, 3 Marley, and then 2 Rhino.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, standard ratio there. For the tier monsters, I like the fairies, 3 Keldo, 3 Mudora, 3 Kelbeck, and then I played 3 Agito. So in the area, there's not like a whole lot of tier players. So playing more Agito just like makes more sense. And then not only that, but like one of your like hardest matchups in terms of like playing, but also how skill intensive it is the tier matchup going second. So then when you play tier going second, these perform higher because if you like have this on their turn, then you have a higher probability of you playing on like their turn 0. So that's really good. And then this just like carries for like rank 4s and stuff. So it's pretty strong. And
Fair enough.
I played the Herald also. It's good in the area for like our locals because of less tier. This is really bad versus tier.
Yeah.
The only thing you could really do is hold this forever until they dweller you, and then you can like hold it for the dweller. But it carries other matchups. I didn't see it at all at the tournament today though. So that's it for the fairies.
Right on.
And then for the last matches of the Bishals, I played 5. So a lot of people play 6, but this ratio, like percentage of seeing Bishals, was like fine for me. And I really never like wish I had like a third one, especially because if you don't play Saronir, like there's arguments for playing Saronir because you have like more unique names.
Right.
But I don't think it matters that much. I literally side these out against every single matchup except for tier, going both ways, like against like Sprite, against Flunder, against. I guess the only matchup that I keep these in, I side more in, is Blackwing. So shout out to Zach Mady.
That deck's gas.
Yeah, but these just like obviously they're good in the tier mirror, but I don't think they're like insane that you need to like play more. Maybe like obviously at YCS you play more tier and like you could play more, but not really at the local level. So this was totally fine.
Fair enough.
I never like really missed having like a third unique name. For the spells, 4 field spells. It's pretty standard. Instant fusion's broken.
God card.
2 scream. So this is like really strong because playing the second one means a higher probability of knowing it either on your turn or theirs to get you a Sulic or crime post side because I only side the crime. And then what I really like about this card is when you search it off a kit, it's a really low commitment card to be able to play on their turn. Because if you like have a bunch of interruptions that you care about and they like summon a monster, you can like scream and like hope to hit something, and it's like really low commit, which is really cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Also, a fun thing I did in the finals, or that I had it set up for the finals against Mason, was I had Scream up with a Mud Dragon to call Dark, so if he somehow was able to like Gigantic summon Red Resonator, the Red Resonator wouldn't have been able to target Gigantic because of Mud Dragon.
Yep.
And then if the Red Resonator targets itself to gain 6, because I already burned him for 5, then I'd be able to chain Scream, make the Red Resonator 100, and he only gains 100 life. So like he just didn't have a way to win.
That's pretty good.
So Scream is pretty cool. And then last spell I play is 3 Talents. This card is like one of the best cards of the format right now.
It's really good, yeah.
I just love cards that are like good at all points at a time and at all different strengths of your hand. So like, if your hand sucks and they activate monster effect, you can draw 2 and like make your hand better. If your hand's really good, then you can get the hand knowledge and then make your board accordingly. And then sometimes you can like just randomly kill people with like taking like their monster. So
Yeah, card just does it all, man.
yeah, Talents is pretty insane. And like I said before, so 2 Solic. Same thing as before, you just like don't want to have a lot of variance. So like even though crime is really good if you like go first and you search it, but like game 1, like you don't need it because like you're not going to see as many dark rollers. So all you want is more cards to mill into matchups. So like if you play against Sprite and then you can like resolve a mill 5 on their turn, like higher probability of having your opening hand being stronger because of no monsters and stuff. So this is really good. That is 41 for the main deck. Try to keep it as close to 40 as you can, since you like want to mill like a bunch of cards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Extra deck played the 6 fusions. This is pretty standard. Fun thing that you can do is you can like it comes up a lot where if you have Predaplant on the field and then a Dark Ruler, you can turn a fusion into Mud Dragon and then turn the Mud Dragon into Predaplant again, like make it live. Especially with like Redoer. Like there was like a situation where I got Dark Rulered and then I activated the Solic just to like flip it up, and then I chained Redoer, detaching my Rhinoheart for cost, banish it, and then on the new chain, Rhinoheart summoned, dumped Sharon, and then fused this into that, and then Rhinoheart dumped Merly, put this back into that, and then my Jago's to play was live again for the Flunder matchup. So
Sick. Yeah, that card's good.
Rank 4s is obvious. All these come up. This like I only summoned like once because like I only played against 1 tier player.
Yeah, there's not a lot of tiers around here.
Yeah, but that's like pretty insane. And then I play both 6s. They come up, especially this guy becomes like really big, so that's really nice. And I just like having a lot of 6s because like since you have like, access to Garura, and every deck is playing 6s right now. You're either playing Bestials, or if you play against like Flunder, and they don't de-shifter you, you can just like mill 10 cards against them, and then they're probably milling shifter. So then you can dark summon the shifter back and then like turn it into Waller Beatrice.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's pretty insane. And the Zeus, obviously, that card's broke. The 3 links. Nothing really to say about these. These guys are all.
Yeah, they're all great cards. Yeah.
For the side deck, shout out to my favorite side card of all time.
Oh, there he is.
3 Gambler and Driver.
You know him, you love him.
So like efficiency is so important in Yu-Gi-Oh! So the fact that it's like negates and destroys is like insane. So it's like worth the brick. Because against, I think it's worth it for like if you play against Sprite, you like negate the 2-star effect and then you remove the 2-star on the field, whether it's like Nimble Beaver or whatever. And then this card interacts with Shifter when like no other card like directly deals with it. And then this card also interacts with Blackwing Simoon when like no other card does. So that's pretty hot. And yeah, it deals with a lot of cards that you can't deal with. On
Yeah, this card's so cash.
So
100%.
And then 3 more Bestials for tier. Bestials are really good because they're good going first and second. Now side them both ways, just to have more things, and like you side out like some no-5s or whatever. So these are pretty strong, and then like there's 6s to like push like Beatrice through or Wallow. The 1 Scattershot for time.
Alrighty.
1 Effective Veiler. So the big thing with this was with my side patterns, I needed a 5th card for playing against Sprite going first, and I felt like I just didn't have enough. And what this initially was this was a second Necroworld Banshee for like the zombie world, but I wasn't playing against like a whole lot of flu, and there's a lot of game states where you just like don't need these cards anyways, even though like obviously they're blowouts if you like see them. But they're not like game breaking, and because these are only good in 1 matchup, then it's like it's not a big deal. So Veiler is like really good because you can side against like so many matchups, and it's like generic monster negate is like really good. The Veiler was really nice. 3 Impermanence. It's obviously just better Veiler. The only downside of this card is you can't use it after you bestial, and you can't use it after you have this. But if you're playing against tier anyways, you're just gonna hold this for the kit, and then or like say if you play against like Sprite, then you could just like activate Havness on the Sprinter Gigantic and then chain Imperm. So it really doesn't matter. This card's always gonna get like a crap ton of value. And then the last card is Crime. This is definitely needed to be in the extra deck or in the side deck because there's a lot of Dark Ruler mainly, and this deck can get wrecked by Dark Ruler. So it's really strong.
Yeah, you got to have it somewhere.
Yeah, just like having the 2 unique trap cards is like super valuable. So yeah, that's it for the deck. It's not the most like spicy list, but with this deck you want it to be as consistent as possible and as stable as possible, because otherwise you're just gonna lose to variance and like having bad hands.
Yeah, for sure. Looks consistent, man. Anything else for us tonight?
No, that was all. All Access ran a great event, so looking forward to going to more All Access events in the future.
Right on. This is Blake with All Access. Have a great day.